Hello, welcome back. It's so good to see you. So today we're going to be reading another article from history. And this one is entitled The Kids in the Mail. And there's a little black and white photo of a postal worker, and it looks like in his little mail sack is a child. What? This should be interesting. Let's go ahead and get started. Traveling with little ones is not easy. After the turn of the last century, though, there was another way to get your child to Grandma's house, courtesy of the United States Postal Service. Back then, you could put some postage on little Jimmy and Susie if they weighed 11 pounds or less, and your friendly mail carriers would see that they arrived at their destination safely. The first baby was shipped via parcel post only weeks after the new service began. For 15 cents, a couple in Glynn Este, Ohio, shipped their 8-month-old son a few miles to his grandmother in Batavia, Ohio. At 10 3/4 pounds, baby James was just under the 11-pound limit and was well wrapped when the carrier picked him up. According to a newspaper story at the time, soon other parents began shipping their own children via the mail. In a short article, Nancy Pope of the National Postal Museum relates that only a few days after baby James's journey, a couple in Pine Hollow, Pennsylvania, sent their 6-year-old daughter, who was surely over 11 pounds, to relatives in nearby Clay Hollow for 45 cents. On February 19th, 1914, May Pierstroff traveled 73 miles to see her grandparents in Grangeville, Ohio, for 53 cents. Postage, after all, was considerably cheaper than a train ticket. The 5-year-old girl's trip became a national sensation. The story was eventually turned into a children's book called Mailing May. Despite the imagery the story might have invoked, May wasn't stuffed into a sack or crammed in a shipping crate. Her mother's cousin was a clerk for the railway mail service and accompanied the girl the entire way. The press coverage prompted Postmaster General Barrelson to put his foot down, and he issued directions to all postmasters that mail carriers should not ferry people via the mail service. But if mail carriers were already breaking the 11-pound limit by delivering many of these kids, this last direction was also ignored. Only 1 month later, rural postman B.H. Nepper carried a 14-pound baby from its grandmother's house in Clear Spring, Maryland, to the mother's house 12 miles away in Indian Springs. Mailing children hit a peak in 1915 when the longest recorded trip occurred. Edna Neff was mailed from her mother's home in Pensacola, Florida, to her father's home in Virginia, 720 miles away, for 15 cents in stamps. That same year, 3-year-old Maud Smith's trip resulted in an investigation by postal officials into why she was allowed onto the train as a parcel post, a clear violation of the new rules. Maud appeared to be the last child sent through the mail. According to the National Post Museum, a historical newspaper story about her paints a vivid picture of what these trips looked like. The child was seated on a pack of mail sacks between the mail carrier's knees and was busily eating away at some candy carried in a bag, according to the story. In the other hand, she carried a big red apple and smiled when the curious folks waved their hands and called to her. The child wore a pink dress to which was sewed a shipping tag covered on one side with 33 cents in stamps, and on the other side had the following words: to Miss Selena Smith, care Jim Haddix, Jackson, Kentucky, from R.K. Madden, Caney, Kentucky. What? I cannot believe that someone would mail their child, like an 8-month-old child. 8 months. Even a 6-year-old, or however the other 3-year-old. What? Somebody mailed their 14-pound baby? Oh my gosh. I cannot imagine. Like, I know that some people now, they're divorced and, they have to send their kids on a plane to go see their other parent, but I just cannot imagine. Like, I would not be able to do that even on a plane, let alone the mail. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching.